Welcome to InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Mary Louise Van Natta.
In February, Oregon turns 159 years old. Happy birthday, Oregon.
She's so old.
That's right. That's right.
She looks great for her age.
She does look great. Thank you. But it's also the 175th anniversary of the vote in Shampooey. We're going to hear all about that. That led to our becoming a state. Would you please welcome in studio with us our guests, Stacy Nally and Dan Klug, to tell us all about what's going to be happening to celebrate in February. Go on down to the Capitol, learn all about it. What's going to be happening? What is the vote in Shampooey? Sorry.
Take us back.
You bet. This will be the 175th anniversary of the vote for provisional government that took place at Shampooey. Shampooey was a small little town located along the Willamette River, and it was centrally located for most of the settlers at that time in 1843 in the Willamette Valley. And votes were being taken and meetings and gatherings were happening prior to that, but it was at the culmination at Shampooey in May of 1843, where, as legend tells us, 102 pioneers gathered to vote to determine whether or not to form a provisional government and join with the United States, or to go on their own, or to stay under British rule. You see, the Oregon Territory at the time was under joint occupation by both the British and the Americans. And more Americans were moving out to the Oregon Territory, and they didn't want to be under the British rule anymore of the Hudson Bay Company. So secretly, they gathered to talk about what they called the wolf meetings. And that was to talk about predators and their livestock. But at the same time, they decided they were going to talk about politics.
Sneaky. And that's why we're all sitting here today as the state of Oregon.
Yes, the vote took place on May 2nd at Shampooey. It came down to 102 men, 50 to 52.
I didn't know it was that close.
That close.
That's close.
Very much like our politics today with close elections.
And so they wanted to be independent, not with England, obviously.
Exactly.
And I can't imagine Oregonians having that kind of independent spirit that they might want to go off
It's a
on
lot
their
like you
own.
hear today.
I was going to say.
Well, that is amazing. Stacy, the birthday party, what's going to be going on at the Capitol?
We have a lot of wonderful activities planned, and I'm very excited about it. This is the 4th birthday party that I've been able to be a part of. And we have a number, in fact, I think we have 23 organizations coming to the table this year to entertain everybody that comes. So at the very front of the Capitol and right outside, we'll have a stagecoach. We will have a pioneer wagon. We will have settlers out there, getting engaged, blacksmiths, and lots of hands-on activities. When you come inside the building, you just might be welcomed off the wagon train by Dr. John McLaughlin. So it's the 175th anniversary of the Oregon Trail migration. So we do have an interpretive persona of Dr. John McLaughlin, and he'll be standing underneath the mural in which he's depicted inside the rotunda.
For those who don't know, who was he?
Dr. John McLaughlin is known as the father of Oregon. He actually was hired by the Hudson Bay Company. He worked for the Hudson Bay Company, and his job was to deter the American settlers, have them go back east. What? Instead, he aided American settlers. In fact, there is the Dr. John McLaughlin House in Oregon City, which at one time he pretty much owned most of Oregon City. And he ended up giving his land to various organizations before it was taken from him. But so very important man, and we do showcase him, like I said, in one of the murals, and he's also a portrait in the governor's office.
Oh my gosh.
But other activities we have, we'll have the Old Time Fiddler Association, so they'll be playing a lot of fiddling music that you might have heard or represented on the
Stop
Pioneer
right
Trail.
there. You made a little 30-second video about that. Why don't we just see it?
Okay, let's check it out.
Let's take everybody
Why not?
there, right?
Let's do it.
Take a look.
You are invited to Oregon's annual state birthday celebration. The party takes place Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. There will be musical performances by Oregon Old Time Fiddlers Association, costume history interpreters, free birthday cake while supplies last, photo opportunities with the Golden Pioneer and other costumed historic figures. There will be children's activities and much, much more. Learn about Oregon's history and the foundation of our great state. Come on down. We hope to see you there.
Oh, what fun.
Yeah.
Fiddling,
That's
costumes.
right.
Neat.
It's a lot of fun. And in case the viewers didn't catch it on that video, February 17th is the day of our birthday party. Of course, we became a state on February 14th. That's the actual birthday.
Got it.
And our event is 10 to 2, like all of the event programming that we have at the Capitol.
Oh,
Super.
neat.
So I understand that all of this comes through the Oregon Historical Gateway Program. Is that correct?
The Capital History Gateway Program.
Capital History Gateway Program. Can you tell me more about that?
Absolutely. The Capital History Gateway Program is a project of the Oregon State Capitol Foundation, and it is the funding mechanism for us to do all these wonderful events.
Right.
We have a lot of communication that we try to get to the public. Number one, that democracy is open in Oregon, that we have a transparent government, that you are welcome into the people's building. It is your building. We try to do all of that through our event programming. So we start the year off with the birthday party, then we have Cherry Blossom Day, we have Asian and Pacific Islander Day, we have a couple of concerts that we put on in the summer. We go into Oregon's Bounty in the fall, and then we have some other event programming, a speaker series, and then a number of days, like more than 20 days of holiday programming that all falls under that umbrella. What's so important about that umbrella is there's no taxpayer dollars being used to support these programs.
Interesting.
It is interesting, and it's very important for Oregonians to realize that when they choose to get a Pacific Wonderland license plate on their car, they're helping to support that work, the history of Oregon, because it goes half to the Oregon State Capitol Foundation and half to the Oregon Historical Society.
And how may they get in touch and learn more about the vote in Shampooey and other things that you alluded to?
Well, the original date was May 2nd, but we tried to get the first Saturday closest to it. So this year it'll be May 5th.
Okay.
They can go to OregonStateParks.org and click on the tab for Shampooey, and there will be an events page there and a link to one of our promotional videos that'll tell you all about it.
Fun.
That sounds like so much fun. Oh, thank you so much for telling us about this. We can hardly wait to go.
And
actually.
we also have a website
Yes,
for.
it's OregonCapital.com.
Okay, that's easy.
That's
Capital
easy?
with an O, correct?
With an O, that's
Capital
right.
with an O.
Capital with an O.
Thank you for joining us today on InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Mary Louise Vanatta, and we'll see you next time.
And at the state capitol.